Good morning.
Good morning. We are glad that we have another great lesson from the Old Testament. And in our lesson today, we're going to be learning about God providing for people, especially when people are a bit afraid about the future. And that might be similar to some of our lives today. So Julia, I have a bottle of oil here. What might I use to make things?
Oh, usually you put it in pans before you fry things or cook them so they don't stick to the pan.
That's right, bread.
Oh,
Yeah.
bread.
Yeah. So in our last week, we learned about a man named Elijah. And Elijah was hungry. And God told him to go to this particular stream and that birds would feed him. And birds did feed him every morning and every night. But in our story today, we find it in 1 Kings chapter 17. In our story today, the stream has not even one drop of water left in it. It is just dry, dry, dry. And Elijah knows that the water has run out and his food has run out. But he also trusts God for his food and daily provision. And God told him to go into a nearby town. In this town, we don't have a town anywhere around here. What are some of the towns around here that our friends live in?
Casson, Chatfield, Byron.
Rochester.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Yes,
those are-
but there was none. The name was not. This name is Zarephath. And in this town, God told him to go find a lady, and the lady would take care of him. And so he walked into town. Let's walk. Let's use our walking. Let's walk, walk, walk. And it was dusty and dirty because it hadn't rained at all. So their feet were dirty. Elijah got into town, and he found this woman, and he said, "Please, can I have some food?" And she said to him,
I don't have any. There's a drought.
"That's right." She said,
family.
"I have enough food for one more meal for myself and my son." And Elijah said, "Oh, just make one more meal." And when she did, she found that her oil jug was not empty, her flour bin was not empty, and in fact, it never ran out the rest of her life. She always had enough oil and enough flour. God provided for her completely. And the Bible tells us that we don't need to be afraid because God will provide. And it says, "Do not be afraid, for I am always with you." And in our story today, Elijah just was able to trust God more and more because God provided. So boys and girls, when you feel afraid, you can know that God will provide. Last week, God provided through birds. This week, he provided through a woman. And God provides for us through various means. But often at your age, God is providing for you by your parents, giving you what you need and helping you. But ultimately know that God is always providing for you. He loves you. He knows where you are. He knew where that woman was, and he knew that she could help him. So until we see you again, goodbye.
Bye. We miss you.